Hi, good morning. Thank you for joining me for yoga in bed. Let's go ahead and get started. I've got Piper here with me today. I don't know what she's going to be up to. We'll just see. Today as we start, let's go ahead and put our feet flat on the bed if we can. Of course, remembering our modifications, we may choose to put our feet on something or a nice big pillow underneath. Just finding the place that feels right for our legs for today and for our lower backs. Gently pulling our shoulder blades together, setting our intentions to just do the best we can with what we've got today. To be patient and kind with our bodies, to listen to our bodies and the messages they give us. We're not in competition with anyone, including ourselves. Breathing nice and deep. Our bellies rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. Remembering to do your best to move with your own breath, and also remembering that while I am moving with my own breath, you may not hear me because I'm talking sometimes. So just we're gonna all do the best we can together. Being grateful for the time that we've taken to take care of our bodies, to move and stretch, strengthen. Now moving to the yogic breath, where we're breathing first down low into our lungs and then into our upper lungs, pausing, and then nice long exhale. Let's start by pulling that left leg toward our chest on the inhale, just as far as it'll go for today. Well, for right now, because we're going to stretch it out. I have to apologize, I'm very in my head this morning. This is my third attempt at this video and my third wardrobe change, so I don't know what's up with that, but I'm just going to do the best I can. If you're new to these videos, remembering that we initiate a movement on an inhale and we fall deeper into the pose on the exhale, sometimes coming out of the pose on the exhale. So trying to move with the breath. There's a video on safety, modifications or accommodations, and relaxation. You might want to watch that one first. I'm going to gently straighten that left leg. If you feel up to it, pushing the leg against the hands, fingers clasped, always holding underneath the knee, and then pulling that knee in again, and then exhaling straight up. Again. And one more time. And release. Now pulling that right leg up knee to chest, remembering they may feel different. Just pausing here a moment. And when we're ready, strengthening that leg on the exhale. Moving with the breath, inhaling, knee to chest, exhaling, leg is straight. If we want to add, we can always add, pulling that head to the knee, trying to touch the knee with a part of the head, either the nose or the forehead, whatever feels better. And releasing that leg. I'm going to gently arch those hips, first away from our belly and then toward our belly, well, our chest actually. So inhaling toward the legs and then exhaling toward pulling the belly towards the chest. So inhaling, just a gentle, gentle hip movement. You may do it really small, really tiny without really activating the legs very much, or we may really activate the legs and get into the upper thighs here. Transitioning to bridge, so we're going to inhale up, either using your arms or not using your arms, exhaling down. You may choose to add the legs to this, so pulling those legs in, inhale, and then exhaling down. Moving with your own breath. Always doing what feels right for today. Remembering that each day, each yoga practice is going to be slightly different, and that's perfectly okay. That's why we call it yoga practice. Sometimes we'll be really in the zone and flowing and moving, feeling totally awesome. And some days we'll be lucky to get 5 minutes in and we're not really feeling it. But those 5 minutes add up. Someday we may have had a leg day at the gym and our legs are just not up to it, so we may choose a video where we don't use the legs as much. And last one. Cross that right ankle over that left knee. We're going to thread that right arm through, holding underneath that left knee, behind the left knee. Sometimes when I do this, what I'm doing is pulling my lower back so that it's nice and flat on the bed. You may choose to move the leg up and down, or just find a spot that feels like a nice, good stretch for today. Full of breath. Really letting that right hip, really letting that right hip release. Gently pulling that left leg in just slightly, trying to really let that hip let go. And releasing the legs. Taking a breath here. And then when we're ready, crossing that left ankle over that right knee, remembering that they may feel different, threading that left arm through, clasping behind the right knee, and just gently, gently pulling that left hip toward us, stretching and releasing. Feels so good to release those hips. Remembering, of course, if any of these positions don't feel comfortable, just get as close to them as possible. You may find that you get closer and closer with each time, or that on different days you may feel just a little bit easier in the pose. Just making it comfortable. It should not hurt. So if it hurts, then don't do the pose or do it in a different way. Gently pulling that right leg in. And release. Pulling both knees to the chest and flexing and pointing those feet. Of course, remembering that we may choose to have a wider leg so that it kind of opens up the lower back a little bit. Flexing and pointing. And then straightening those legs into staff legs. We're going to pull our knees to our chest. We're going to transition onto our stomachs. So gently rolling over into fetal position. Of course, remembering fetal position can have your head right on the bed or have on your arm or a pillow. You may have a pillow in between your legs. Nice deep breathing. So grateful for our bodies and grateful for what they can do. Amazed that they can build strength and flexibility through these poses and practice. transitioning onto our bellies, straightening our legs. Being gentle with our lower back. For those of you who are watching one of these videos for the first time, my bed is at an incline starting about right here. So these poses look a little different. I'm not sure that's going to change anytime soon, so I'm just going to adapt. So what we're going to do first is just notice how it feels. We may move our arms up or to our shoulders. We may put them down. Just paying attention to how the breath feels as we change positions. You want to always be careful as we transition to do it slowly and easily, taking time to adjust our breath. I'm going to do some Sphinx. Actually, we're going to stretch first. We're going to reach in front of us, and we're going to, on the inhale, we're going to reach up with that right arm and push with that left leg just as far as feels comfortable. We may not even raise it off the bed. So inhaling up, pushing and stretching like we're reaching, and then exhaling down, and then changing sides. Kind of waking up that lower back, waking up the upper chest. Gentle and easy. See if you can push your abdomen up as you inhale. Now we're going to do both arms and both legs. On this one, we're pointing the toes, not flexing. And last one. Swoop our arms down by our sides. We're going to inhale up again, pulling those shoulder blades together, tightening the lower back and the abs, and then release. Moving with your own breath. Reaching with those arms. And remember, you may only be able to do one of these or two. You may have to do a real just gentle off the bed. Do what feels right for you for today. And one more. Bring our arms in starfish hands by our shoulders. And what we're going to do is we're going to slide those arms underneath. On the inhale, arms nice and straight and parallel, pulling our shoulder blades back, looking straight forward into Sphinx. And then when we exhale, we're going to move our arms down. So moving with our own breath. full of breath. If it feels comfortable to go down without moving the arms, please do that. My bed has a little bit of friction, so it's a little bit. For today, it actually feels a little better to just keep the hands nice and still and then just move the elbows. And last one. Play around with it. Tighten those abs if it's hurting the back at all. Also, this is a place for modification. You can put a pillow under the hips if you choose. And exhaling straight down. Reach around and grab our ankles. Now you may choose to do this one side at a time. This is called half bow. And what we're going to do is we're going to push against our foot, strengthen those arms, and then use our abs and our lower back to lift. You want to do a full bow. It's using both at the same time. So we inhale up and then exhale down. Remembering to hold on the part of the foot or the ankle that feels right. Also remembering we may use a strap. I can tell the angle on the bed is really affecting this one here. Pushing, 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 and release. Swoop our arms up, angel arms, a reverse swan dive a little bit. Push those arms, tighten the abs, tighten the back. We're going to go back into child's pose, remembering the modifications if you need them. Also remembering we may do fists stacked. That feels more comfortable. Really allowing that lower back to stretch out. Let's see if we can add a little bit of balance and leg work today. So we're going to come up on our hands on all fours. I'm going to pull that right leg out, pull it in, pull it out, and then release, and then changing sides. And when we do these, we always want to make sure that the hip is stacked over the knee and that the shoulder is stacked over the wrist. So moving with your own breath, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, and then down. Doing your best. In class, you might be doing this when you're in downward dog. Keeping the back as straight as possible. And last set. Just staying here. We'll come back on our feet. Remembering to always use modifications. Make sure you don't fall off the bed. We're just sitting here, nice straight spine. Sorry, got a cramp. Cramp in my foot. Okay. Boy, that does not want to go away. All right, so nice deep breathing. We'll transition to seated. There you go. Guess my body wasn't ready for that pose. Okay, so finding ourselves in easy pose. Just going to do a little bit of upper body stretching and then wrap up for today. So we're going to do starting with the prayer hands. So putting our hands at heart center, starfish hands together. First paying attention to our breathing, nice deep breathing. Noticing how different it feels as we change positions from our back to our belly to seated. Making sure our backs are nice and straight. If we need to pull the flesh from the sit bones, we do that. So we're going to inhale up and twist, and then exhale, hands together, moving with your own breath. Just a gentle twist. One more set. Thank you for joining me today for Yoga in Bed. I hope you're enjoying these videos. I hope you will like and share and subscribe if you choose, and I will keep making them. And I was encouraged to make a video about why I've decided to do these, so I think I'll go ahead and do that too. So thank you for joining me. I hope you have an amazing day, and namaste.